Therese, wake
Oh
up.
my
Wake
God.
up.
She's up.
Can a black woman read without getting all
You know that's very rare.
What? Black? And you can read? Say what?
That's a catch right there.
Reading while black.
Reading while black. I love it.
Don't do that in Florida.
Don't do it. How about just don't be black in Florida?
Just don't.
Just don't be a
Don't be
child.
Florida, period.
Don't be a child. Don't be a teenager. Don't be black. Matter of fact, just don't eat Skittles. Don't drink Arizona iced tea. Don't leave your house. Don't live in a rich neighborhood. Don't be black in a gated community. Just don't. Just don't. Just
Black
leave.
people don't.
Just stay out of Florida. You know, I just feel like I will say this again. I think that they should take a big old chainsaw, saw off Florida, and then kick it into the Atlantic. I'm done.
Yo, shout out to my Florida connects, man. I
Hey.
get a lot of money in Florida.
Kevin, we
know,
can
in
get money
Florida.
from them,
Going
but we're
to
not giving them money.
So,
Hey, my family lives in Florida.
Going
You
to
should bring 'em up
Florida.
here.
Going to
bring 'em up
Florida.
Here and kick rocks to the rest of them.
Speaking of Florida, can I touch on the subject real quick?
Okay.
I
2
know
minutes.
I've been seeing people on Facebook talking about moving down south because it's cheaper, and it like bubbles my blood. You know why?
Why?
Because Harriet Tubman almost got her legs cut off to run up here north, and they just gonna be like, "Oh, it's cheaper. Let me go back down south." It's like slapping them in the face.
Hey, I'm from
all
Texas.
of that work, exactly.
And
All
you
of that
came up
work-
here, but you
That's
came up here for
exactly.
I
reason.
came up here for acting.
Sure you did.
Exactly, because you know that it wasn't.
You acted like New
New
York.
York is where it's at. New Jersey, Pennsylvania, every place up north is where they busted their tails. Since I can't curse, I gotta say tails.
I have family in
right.
Jersey.
They
Shout out.
tails
That's right.
to come up here to give us free, and we just going willingly move back down there.
No.
So what, should
Duh,
we just
it's
get rid of
cheaper
the South?
because
Oh,
they
wait,
know
wait.
that
One
we
at a
cheap.
time. One at a time, people. One at a time.
There's a different perspective on that because there is a book based on the fact that a lot of blacks migrated to the north after slavery was abolished, and it was just basically abandoning the land that they worked and they, that was their job. That's what they did, and they should have stayed there and made their roots there, instead of migrating up north where they didn't have a place.
And a lot of people have done that.
I mean, you could look at it at one way, chance way, but you could look at it another way where they should have stayed in the South and made their what's the word? Jesus, brain fart. Never mind.
Name. Made their name for it.
Well, yeah, they should have claimed their ground. They should have stayed there. They're
Stand
like, okay,
stood their ground.
And
Stand your
then what?
ground.
Got
Oh,
killed
God.
because that's what they was
don't
doing
say
there.
that. Don't say those three words together.
That's
Well,
what
it's
happened to
true.
the ones
That's
that
exactly
stayed
what it
there.
is.
Wait, one at a time, people. One at a time.
But yeah, they basically should have stood their ground. Kept their roots down there because that's where they've been for the last 200 years. And I guess they just wanted to start over, but they should have started over where they were.
But the reason why they moved was because it wasn't good where they were.
I mean, people
we
say,
talking about how many years ago? We're not talking about in the last 20, 30 years. This is decades old, man.
Well, yeah, but it's still prevalent, though.
I mean,
Kevin, though.
but
the mindset is
I
still
think
very
we're over
prevalent.
it.
No, well, that's
We should be.
incorrect. Don't
We
say
should
that
be.
on air. We should be, but we're not. Like, black people couldn't own property in this
but
can
you do it now?
Yeah, you can, but
Right.
but there's still a disparity in there, like, because black people, like, a lot of white people have had the opportunity to have old money. Black people don't have that opportunity, so the disparity is real.
Yeah, the white people have had money a lot longer than we have.
I mean, I'm not contesting that. What I'm contesting is we're saying that we shouldn't be down there, and we're past that. If we're not gonna get together, it's 6 of us in this room, 6 minorities, right?
Yes.
Like, without
People
the
of
count,
color.
however you want to say it, right? If we all get together and we put some money in each other's pockets, then we can move out a lot faster. Obviously they got the money, but we're over it.
That's true. I mean, but
It's a process.
as African Americans, we're like really, maybe I'll say we are the biggest culture or ethnicity or how you want to say it that really is disorganized and disfranchised from ourselves. Like I mean, because I've heard it a lot. I'd rather go to a white store or to Asian store or whoever than rather go to another black person. Like, we don't shop on communities. Like, honestly, we can say what we want about the whole Jewish culture and so forth. They're the most organized culture in New York.
They're the most close knit.
They are. They buy from each other, and they have their own stuff, and they sell out too. But they that whole community is so tight knit. It's crazy. Like if you fight one Jewish kid, you got to fight the whole neighborhood after that too.
They will chase you, especially if you yell Hitler.
Definitely feel like the African American community is like very disjointed. Once somebody moves on to the next level, they tend to forget where they came from. It's this disconnect inside our culture, and it needs to. There has to be a way to.
I feel like the only time that
focus on that and get rid of it.
I feel that the only time we can get together is if it's like if something says free in before 12, drinks free before 12, before 1. That's the only time I feel that we can actually get in on it.